In the grand office of the Lycan king, Anubis was buried in documents. He ruled not only the royal pack, but also the business empire that kept it alive. His secretary arrived with an unpleasant expression. The protocol officer from the northern kingdom was here, Mirtha Jelinier.
Tell her to come back later, when the queen is present.
Outside the office, Mirtha was already furious. Osiris had chosen a human. Anubis had chosen an omega. To her, both queens were an insult. Then she saw Tess approaching. Sweet. Pretty. Seemingly fragile. Mirtha decided to put the little queen in her place. Are you Thesirente? I was expecting someone more impressive. You may be the king's mate, but I have the lineage to stand at his side. You should know your place.
Are you speaking to me?
Of course I'm talking to you. Don't think you're some insignificance, Omega Queen.
Kneel.
Ha! Stupid Omega, I do not—
Karam, make her kneel.
The enormous beast lunged forward. In 1 second, Mirtha's arrogance shattered into terror.
Mirtha, pureblood alpha, kneel or die.
Majesty, I'm sorry. I was wrong. I'll kneel. With a small click of her tongue, Tess called the monster back. Karam obeyed instantly, trembling. Mirtha dropped to her knees and pressed her forehead to the floor in total submission.
Mirtha, apologize. Do not dare to be rude in front of me. I dislike you, and I do not want you near my king. He is my mate. If I see you flirting, I will deal with you publicly.
Majesty, it won't happen again. I'll be cautious, I promise.
Good. Karam, my little rascal, back to your cages. I'll visit you again tomorrow?
Then Tess scratched her nose, smiled politely at the stunned secretary, and slipped into Anubis's office as if nothing had happened. Inside, Anubis already knew everything through the bond. Outside, Mirtha was sobbing. Inside, the king was trying very hard not to laugh.
Thesirente, come here, puppy. I want you to explain. Was there a wild Lycan in the lobby of my office?
Meanwhile, in the northern hemisphere, the night before, Osiris boarded his yacht in an American harbor with his favorite little vine clinging to him. The crew watched in surprise. Their cold king almost never looked this happy, and the stubborn human in his arms seemed to brighten his night.
Sir, you have a human clinging to your body.
Yes, I know. This beautiful pest is my guest.
The captain's eyes widened at once. Everyone on board knew what that tone meant.
Shalom. She is the king's mate.
Valeria lifted her face from Osiris's neck the second she heard the word pest.
Pest, my foot. If you do not give me the antidote, I will never let go of you. You will have to live with me parasitizing your body forever.
Amused, Osiris stole a quick kiss from her lips and left her frozen in his arms.
All right, whatever you say. We will sleep together, bathe together, and do enjoyable things together.
Valeria blushed all the way to her neck. She almost let go, but the memory of that terrible sickness made her cling to him even tighter.
Idiot, give me the antidote. I demand that you give it to me.
Fine, I will give you the antidote later. Right now, you need to eat something. You are dehydrated, and you will not withstand the first dose otherwise.
At once, the captain informed the attendants serving the king. They were to keep their distance from the human queen and do nothing foolish. The she-wolves who usually entertained the king during business trips snorted in anger when they heard the human was his mate. Osiris entered his spacious private cabin. Inside was an enormous bed, warm lights, and a bathroom reserved only for him. Theo had already gone to the control cabin. The crew was preparing the dishes Valeria liked, because now that she felt better, she had to eat.
Little devil, darling, you must let go of me. As long as I am close to you, you will not feel sick. I assume you need to use the bathroom. You have been moving so much that you might cause an accident down there.
Startled, Valeria let go. Osiris released her, and she dropped onto the bed in outrage.
Where is the bathroom?
It is over there, darling. I will ask them to bring you some food. Do not go out.
Valeria hurried into the bathroom. In truth, she really needed to pee, but another thought had already formed in her mind. escape, and find a hospital. When she sneaked out, Osiris had not returned. She approached the door and found the corridor empty. She stepped out carefully and reached the upper deck. The cold ocean wind hit her face at once. The port was already far behind. She stared at the massive yacht and realized that the snobbish man must be absurdly rich. Then she heard mocking female voices behind her.
Well, is that the insignificant human who came with the king?
Yes, the tick clinging to his body. Such a pity for his majesty. He is only with her because she is his mate.
Enough. She is the king's mate. She is the queen. Show some respect.
The she-wolves laughed at Camilla's warning. To them, the human girl had no right to stand beside their king.
Camilla, can you not see she is just an insignificant human? We could tear her apart with one blow. It would do Ray a favor.
Valeria stared at them as if they were all insane. Human? What were these women talking about?
Do not come any closer. If Ray finds out you want to hurt her, he will kill you.
Camilla had already sent a desperate message to Ray, begging him to stop this madness before it was too late.
I do not know what drugs you are on, but it has nothing to do with me. Get out of my way. I want to leave. You are all crazy.
Nyla rushed forward and slapped her hard across the face. Valeria crashed to the deck. Blood ran from her nose and split lip, and the world spun around her. When she looked up again, the woman was coming to strike her a second time. Then a deafening growl tore across the deck. Osiris looked furious. But the moment he saw Valeria bleeding, his sky-blue eyes flashed into brilliant gold. In the next second, he seized Nayla by the throat and transformed into a colossal Lycan nearly 4 meters tall. Valeria wanted to scream, but no sound came out. With a single bite, the beast ripped Nayla's head off. Blood sprayed across the deck. Camilla ran to Valeria at once and covered her eyes. The human queen was trembling in blind terror. Theo hurried forward. The instant he saw the blood on the queen's face, he understood why Kraken had lost control.
Kraken, king of the Lycans, we must attend to her majesty. Calm down. This humble beta begs you for the queen's sake.
Kraken turned his golden gaze toward the other stewardess. Theo understood the order instantly. 2 guards dragged the woman away. She would not survive the night sea. Valeria burst into hysterical sobs and clung to Camilla, certain she had fallen into a nightmare. Osiris returned to his human form and looked at his little devil in shock.
Valeria, my beautiful little devil, calm down. I can explain.
The moment he moved closer, Valeria started screaming again.
Your Majesty, let me take her to the cabin. I will give her tea and explain as best I can. It is not wise for you to approach her now.
Osiris inhaled slowly and nodded. He was furious with himself. This should never have happened. Camilla helped Valeria back to the cabin. The girl was so shaken that she could barely walk. Inside the cabin, Camilla settled her onto the bed and quickly prepared tea. When she returned, Valeria was curled into the farthest corner like a frightened child.
Are you like that thing?
Your Highness, yes. I am a werewolf. And the one you saw is Kraken, a Lycan king. King Osiris is our ruler. There are many of us living among humans in secret. Bear men, lion men, nymphs, white witches, dark witches, vampires, demons, and fairies. The Lycan you saw is your protector. He loves you. He lost control because he saw you bleed.
Osiris. Is he one of them?
He is a king, Osiris Triente, ruler of the shapeshifters in the northern hemisphere. And you are the moon queen, his beloved moon and mate. The moon goddess has decided so.
Valeria could only shake her head, tears falling in silence as her entire world collapsed around her. Inside the yacht cabin, Valeria cried again, unable to understand why she was there or what kind of world had swallowed her whole.
What moon goddess? What is she talking about? I do not want this. I just want to go back home. I want to leave here. Get me out of here.
Your Majesty, I know you must be scared, but you should talk to His Majesty. He will explain better than I can.
No, I do not want to see him. He could kill me.
Camilla hesitated for a moment, then decided that gentleness alone would not be enough.
He would never do that. But if His Majesty cannot speak with you, he could kill all of us. If I fail, I might die. What a shame.
He would not. Would he?
Maybe he would. The only one he would never harm is you. I am just an insignificant Omega. Do not worry about me.
I will talk to Osiris. Just tell him not to do anything to you, okay?
Camilla's eyes lit up. To her, the frightened human on the bed looked less like a stranger and more like a precious queen worth protecting. Outside the cabin, Osiris was already dressed and waiting, hoping his little devil would finally allow him to explain.
Your Majesty, she will receive you. And if I may offer the advice of a humble Omega, the Queen is scared. She only needs to know that you will protect her like no one else. The rest will come with time.
Osiris nodded, then stepped into the cabin. Valeria was still on the bed, frightened and uncertain.
Valeria, my dear, do not be afraid. What you saw is something I wanted to explain to you. I would never hurt you.
When were you planning to tell me this?
My love, little devil, I could not tell you everything at once. It had to be gradual. But seeing you hurt drove me insane. I would kill to make sure nothing happens to you.
But I do not understand anything. I only know I get sick when I am away from you. And now it turns out you are not human and a monster appears. I am very scared.
My precious, I know. I know this is difficult to understand. But may I heal your lip? Just for a moment.
Valeria said nothing, but she did not stop him. Osiris cleaned the blood from her nose and treated her split lip with a tenderness that made her tremble.
Valeria, I swear I would never hurt you. You are the thing I loved the most. The moment you walked into my office, I knew you were my mate, my queen. From that moment on, you ruled every step I would take.
But you lied to me. You say I am the most important to you, and still you lied.
No, I did not lie. I only told you half of what is happening. My younger brother is the king of the southern hemisphere. He is about to crown his mate. The moon goddess blessed us both and let us find our destined loves almost at the same time. He is eager to meet you, and so is my sister Uma.
You really are not going to hurt me?
Never. Never, my dear. You are mine, my treasure. Just let me show you my world. Give me a little trust, okay?
Valeria finally nodded. Osiris rose at once, giving her space instead of pressing for more.
Darling, I will sleep in the other cabin. I do not want you to feel uncomfortable.
Osiris? Are everyone here like you?
Kind of.
Sab, can you stay here with me? If you are not going to hurt me, then could you protect me in case someone else wants to?
For a second, Osiris looked as if the request had undone him completely.
I am hungry. Is there anything to eat?
Osiris let out a low laugh and immediately ordered food through the communicator. In the control cabin above, the crew cheered when they heard the queen wanted to eat. Later that night, Osiris carefully slipped into the bed. He still could not believe that Valeria had eaten like a baby Tyrannosaurus and then fallen asleep like a little piglet. He was relieved she was no longer suspicious or tense. To him, that meant she trusted him enough to let him keep watch over her sleep. After a while, he felt small feet press against his own. Valeria had begun to inch closer in her sleep, restless under the grip of a nightmare. So Osiris gathered her gently into his arms. And in her sleep, Valeria climbed him once again as if he were the safest tree in the world. Her dream was strange. A beast followed her through the dark without touching her. When it finally leaped, it did not kill her. It kissed her neck and nibbled her ear with shameless flirtation. The next morning, Valeria woke up late. Osiris was no longer in the room. She washed up, fixed her hair, and tried not to look like a disaster before facing the man who had turned her life upside down.
Are you awake, little devil? Come, let us have breakfast. You slept late.
I am not going out of here. Someone could kill me and eat me.
Well, if there is someone on this yacht who wants to eat you, but not in the sense of feeding, then come with me. I want you to meet everyone. What happened with those she-wolves was my fault. I once had little adventures with them, and they thought that gave them the right to hurt you. It will not happen again.
Valeria blinked as she understood his meaning. Then jealousy struck her so fiercely that even she was startled by it.
Of course. I should have expected it. If Camilla is telling the truth and you are a king, then you probably have a whole harem. But I am not one of them. I am not just another girl. I want to leave. Take me back, you shameless womanizer.
Osiris said nothing at first. He had not expected such an explosive burst of jealousy. Though secretly, he liked it.
Vale, that was before I found you. Now all my loyalty is yours.
Do not call me Vale, you shameless man. I am leaving, even if I have to swim. I will not stay with someone who hides things and behaves like a libertine.
The king smiled. He already knew this girl would be a lifelong battle, and he had never wanted anything more. Before she reached the door, Osiris caught her from behind by the waist.
Beautiful little devil, listen to me. That was the past. I have not touched any she-wolf or Lycan since the first moment I saw you. That is what happens when you find your mate. You cannot bear the scent of others. You cannot touch another skin that is not your destined one. Lycans crave only their mates.
As he lowered his face to her neck, the struggle shifted the collar of her shirt and the bandage enough to reveal part of her mark. Osiris went still, mesmerized. Valeria shivered as his hot breath traced her skin, and her knees nearly gave way. She had dated before, but never in her life had anyone provoked this kind of helpless attraction. From the very first moment she saw him, Osiris had pulled at her like a magnet.
Osiris, let go of me. Do not be a pervert.
Vale, just let me smell that delicious scent of yours. You smell like heaven.
At once, Valeria's legs weakened. If Osiris had not been holding her, she would have collapsed face first onto the floor.
Little devil, give me one kiss. Just one, and I will stop bothering you.
On the yacht, cutting through the cold American waters, Valeria bit her lower lip, caught between pride and desire.
Little devil, give me one kiss. Just one, and I will stop bothering you.
Valeria did not answer. She did not say yes, and she did not say no. That silence was all Osiris needed. He turned her around and kissed her with bold hunger, entering her mouth as if he had been starving for her since the day they met. His breath was warm and addictive. He tasted her slowly, deeply, as if every part of her belonged to him. Valeria lost all power to think. With one kiss, her sanity, her shame, and even her dignity seemed to melt away. And to her horror, and to her secret delight, it was the best kiss on planet Earth. Osiris felt her surrender. He moved with practiced skill, and somewhere inside that kiss, the bond between them tightened. He had won another battle against Valeria Ugarte, and she did not even know it yet. Very soon, something inside the lovely girl would begin to beg for more. Far away in the southern royal pack, Tess sat on Anubis's lap, trying to look innocent while her mate watched her with smiling eyes.
Well, little pup, I want to know why you did not tell me you were going to do something so dangerous. I know it is not dangerous for you. The beasts love you. You are their only queen. But if things had spiraled out of control, someone could have been hurt.
My love, I know I should not have done it alone, but I thought you were too busy to help me. Besides, nothing happened. No one got hurt. It was not intended to harm anyone.
Anubis smiled in amusement. She had started her defense with the sweetest weapon possible.
Tess, just do not do things without letting me know. I was twice as worried when others told me what was happening. Fortunately, Karam made it back to the cages without any problems. Though many were scared to death during his journey, we will not discuss that now. Now go get ready. We have training. Naru has been slacking off, and Kronos will not allow her to act like a lame wolf.
All right, but promise you will not get mad again, okay?
I will not get mad if you do not misbehave. Now go, my love. I will join you in half an hour.
Tess left happily. She had escaped the scolding she deserved. And for her, that counted as victory. Anubis watched her go and knew he had lost, just as he did in war. The moment Tess disappeared, Daniel entered the office with astonishment written all over his face.
Your Majesty, did she really walk around the royal pack escorted by a wild beast? Karam is untamable. We had to build a special cage for him, because nothing could contain him.
I know. The elders only came to congratulate me on the control the queen has over the beasts. They love her. Everyone who approaches her adores her. I do not understand why she was harassed and insulted in the Blue Moon Pack. At school, she was despised. Had barely any friends, because everyone treated her as inferior and useless.
Daniel nodded. That was exactly why he had rushed in.
Anubis, I want to tell you something I just found out through my spies. In these 3 months, Alpha Roger's moon lost a pregnancy almost at full term. Out of nowhere, the she-wolf is almost going mad, and the females of that pack are asking to be allowed to join another pack. From what I know, since Tess was locked up, no wolves have been born in Blue Moon. I believe Tess was the one meant to cleanse the evil in that pack, like an angel sent to save them, only for them to destroy it. The moon goddess must be very upset. Only a pack on the verge of decay could see Tess as insignificant or useless. I think that pack is destined for destruction. Their wickedness attracts repugnant creatures. It is not the moon goddess who punishes them. I believe she sent them a sweet little she-wolf, full of light and goodness, with a face of...
Daniel stopped at once. He had praised the queen a little too much.
Sorry, Your Majesty. Anyway, the witches tell me this pack is going to bring trouble. We must take the 2 queens to that place. There will be a war, but they cannot see the end.
What factors? What could be so difficult?
Trust and unconditional love. Blind love that believes in the other, even when things seem otherwise.
I understand. Is it because of the queens?
Yes. They are young and have broken hearts. They could mistrust or let evil confuse them. It would be disastrous.
Anubis said nothing, but in his heart he made a silent vow. He would never allow that to happen. At that same moment, Talisa arrived at the Southern Royal Mansion with Lonnie. When they stepped out, Anubis was just leaving, and Lonnie froze in disbelief. She could not understand how 2 such powerful Lycans could be brothers and rule the world in overwhelming peace. My dear Anubis, this is your sister-in-law's mother. Valeria is on her way with Osiris.
Dear Aunt, I am glad to know my brother is on his way. Everything is almost ready for the coronation. is an excellent organizer. My little one is anxious to meet her brothers-in-law.
Lonnie was still staring when a beautiful Omega came running straight toward the king. Tess reached him and cuddled into him with easy affection, and Anubis held her as if she were the most precious thing in his world. Lonnie could hardly breathe. Why would the goddess give such terrifying kings such delicate mates? Lonnie, she is Theseus, the moon queen of the southern pack. Greetings, King Anubis. Nice to meet you, Queen Theseus.
It is a pleasure to meet you. Whatever you want or need, do not hesitate to let me know. I hope you feel comfortable here in our pack.
Lonnie nearly melted. Tess was the gentlest thing she had ever seen, the exact opposite of Anubis's terrifying power. Then Anubis took Tess away for training, along paths they had walked together for 3 long months. In the beginning, he had followed her from a distance of 7 or 8 meters, because back then, even his nearness made her panic. Whenever Anubis approached, Tess would freeze, lower her eyes, and once, she even fainted because she forgot to breathe. So he showed impossible patience. He walked with her, talked to her, and waited for the day she would trust him enough to release Naru. The day finally came when he challenged her to a race, promising that once Naru was out, no one would be able to catch her. Blushing with embarrassment, Tess undressed for her first transformation under his watchful eyes. The first transformation hurt, but at last a beautiful black wolf appeared. Marked on the forehead like a blessing, Anubis fell in love with that wolf instantly, and Kronos rose from him like a god of war. Naru stepped back in wonder, and Kronos, careful not to frighten her, showed her how to run. For the first time, Naru felt the earth under her paws and sprinted with joy across the clearing. Then a renegade lunged at her from nowhere. Naru dodged, terrified, not knowing whether to keep running or stand her ground. Before the beast could strike again, a massive shadow crossed over her. Kronos tore into the renegade and destroyed him within seconds. No one touched his mate. Naru stood frozen as the mighty Lycan turned back to her. Victorious and gentle at once, he gathered the trembling wolf into his thick arms, careful that even his claws would not hurt her fur. Against his chest, Naru heard a low rumble that felt less like a growl and more like comfort. In that moment, Naru understood. Kronos was her hero, her mate, the best in the world. In the southern royal territory, that moment in the forest changed everything between Tess and Anubis.
Take care of my Naru, Kronos. She's shy, but she's so happy with you.
Kronos answered with a soft growl, almost a joyful whimper. Naru had accepted him at last. When Anubis took control again, they remained wrapped around each other beside an ancient tree, as if neither of them could bear to move.
Please do not let go of me. My parents died, they suffered because of me. I feel so alone, so incredibly alone.
It was the first time Tess spoke aloud about the death of her parents, and the first time anyone heard how deep her loneliness truly ran.
My queen, my little one, you will never be alone. I will take care of you and protect you. If you do not want me close, I will understand. But even then I will protect you from afar. Just believe in me. I love you so much. You are the light of my eyes.
Your Majesty, I will be good. I will be the most obedient Omega you have ever seen. I will behave and I will not bother you. I only ask one thing, do not hurt me. This humble Omega feels she can trust only you and no one else. Never let me go. Never hurt me. And I will be loyal all my life. I will be a good girl. Just love me a little bit.
Of course, my love. I, Anubis Triente, promise to love, respect, and take care of you for the rest of my life.
I, the Sayarente, promise you, my king, that I will love you and do whatever you want. I will be the best Omega. I will never let you down.
After she calmed against her mate's heartbeat, Anubis lifted her in his arms and carried her to find their clothes. Returning to the city naked would not be wise. On the way, Tess clung to him as if her life depended on it. The bond had changed. She trusted her mate more than anyone else in the world. Later, that same bold little pup slipped out of her clothes, transformed into Naru, and challenged him to chase her. Anubis smiled, transformed, and Kronos ran after his escape artist through the trees until both of them were breathless with joy. When they finally stopped, they returned to their usual place beneath the great ancient tree and sat together as they always did.
Little pup, soon we will return to your old pack. Great trouble is waiting there. Malice haunts that place. We must be vigilant, because it will not be only the destruction of a pack, but the rise of a true enemy.
My king, I understand. I know what happened in the Blue Moon Pack was not normal. Wolves were practically enslaved in the mines, always aggressive. My parents were kind. Sometimes they were humiliated just for being friendly, just because they were Omegas. They were helpful and without malice.
Yes, my love. Now I need you to trust me. During this journey, I want you to trust me blindly. And I need you to help Valeria trust her mate too. She will be difficult, but you must use that special spirit of yours so she understands how important she is to us.
My king, I will always trust you blindly. I trust you. As for Valeria, I will take care of her. Let us see how tough that human really is.
Anubis laughed softly, pulled her back into his arms, and under the ancient tree they stayed together for a long time, planning a future neither of them feared anymore. While the Southern King set his world in order, the mood aboard Osiris's yacht in American waters had become strangely peaceful. After that fleeting kiss, Valeria was still stubborn, but she had become a little more willing to stay near her mate. She agreed to meet the crew, still nervous, but Camilla's presence made the strange world around her feel slightly less dangerous. The day passed with sea wind, laughter, and long walks across polished decks. Valeria was impulsive and funny. Osiris was refined and serious, until she dragged him into silliness. The crew watched in amazement. They had never seen their king laugh this much, or tolerate so many scoldings from anyone. But that night, inside the private cabin, Valeria remembered the one thing she still wanted more than comfort: freedom from needing him.
Osiris, it is time for you to give me the antidote. I do not understand this situation.
This time, Osiris could not hide the truth. He led her to the mirror and slowly removed the bandage from her neck.
Valeria, that is a mark. Males mark their mates. It is a sign that we own them, that we love and desire them. I marked you that day in my office. Otherwise, you could have run away. But you are human, so your body has been preparing to become the mate of a Lycan. Having my mark means you cannot stay away from me for long. Your blood calls to me to help it become stronger. And the only way for the process to end is...
What is it? Do I have to kill someone? Eat the heart of an animal? Or perform a human sacrifice?
We must make love for your body to fully adapt, and then you will not feel sick when you are away from me.
No, absolutely not. I will kill someone, eat the heart of an animal, perform a human sacrifice. But this? No! You are a womanizer, and you do not deserve my purity.
Vale, my love, I just wanted you to know. Anyway, I love having you glued to me all the time. It is really fun.
Suppose I accept. Let us say we do it. I want you to know that I will not enjoy it. It will just be sex. If it separates me from you, then fine. I want a strong drink first. I want to be drunk so I can blame it on the alcohol.
Osiris nearly laughed. In the morning, he could have taken everything from her. But her pride now amused him too much.
All right, little devil, it will be as you wish. If you do not want to enjoy it, then do not.
Valeria rubbed her fingers together and slowly sat beside him, pretending courage she did not truly feel.
It is. It is my first time, so be gentle. Do not behave like a pervert. Let us just do this and...
He did not let her finish. Desire snapped inside him. Osiris pushed her onto the bed and kissed her with all the hunger he had been forcing himself to restrain. Valeria tried to resist, but once again his kiss stole her mind. Heat spread through her body until she could barely think. When he finally released her lips, she was breathless, flushed, and already losing the battle she had sworn she would win. Osiris tore away the last barriers between them. The sight of her left him burning with raw, possessive desire. He did not know how long his restraint would last. In front of him was every desire he had ever denied himself, and he had already decided that even if she protested, he would make her feel every bit of the bond between them. In the private cabin of the yacht crossing cold American waters, Valeria stole a glance at Osiris and pouted. She had just realized something, but she refused to feed that arrogant man's ego.
What is wrong? Are you upset?
Osiris, my legs are numb and I can barely feel my hip. I think I am disabled and it is your fault. How am I supposed to go to the bathroom now?
Osiris could not help laughing. She was right. Her beautiful legs had been wrapped around him all night in every position his hunger had desired. Carefully, he lifted her into his arms and carried her to the bathroom. Valeria hid her face in the neck of the shameless man who had devoured her all night. She wanted to kill him. Then she remembered how delicious it had been. and regretted it at once. Despite her denial, he was the most handsome and masculine man she had ever known. Far away in the southern kingdom, inside the royal study, Anubis and Tess received disturbing reports from the northern kingdom. The Council of Elder Wolves had turned nobles and subjects against the Luna Queen. They feared a human could not rule, and worse, that she might reject her mate and leave Kraken unleashed. The proposal was cruel. Valeria should live away from the packs, see Osiris only to calm his Lycan, and if their children were Lycans, they would be taken from her.
My king, this cannot be. She is his mate whether they like it or not. The moon goddess gave him a human for an important reason.
I know, my love, I know. We must make Osiris feel our support. If necessary, we will go to the northern kingdom and settle this. My brother is not alone.
Tess hugged him at once. To her, Anubis was not only her king. He was a good brother, a great Lycan, and a man who would never abandon his family. Days passed on the yacht. Osiris convinced Valeria she still needed more doses so she would not grow sick in his absence. She knew he was deceiving her, yet she could not refuse him. He treated her with unbearable care. During dinner, as he placed vegetables onto her plate, she looked at him like a mesmerized deer. Osiris noticed her stare and answered with a flirtatious smile that pulled her straight out of her thoughts.
Little devil, we will arrive at the southern kingdom tomorrow. I do not want you to be nervous. No one will harm you, I promise.
Valeria's heart began to race. She was about to walk into a kingdom of Lycans, and for one absurd second, she wondered if they ate humans.
Valeria, your mother is already in the royal pack in the south. She arrived a few days ago with my aunt Talesa. You remember her?
What? You brought my mother to a place full of werewolves and Lycans? How could you be so irresponsible? She must be terrified. She is diabetic, and stress is poison for her. I cannot believe you would risk her like that, especially in a place with no basic comforts. I do not even know if there are houses or just caves.
At once, Osiris's eyes turned gold.
Are you implying that we are mere animals and that I left your mother lying on a damp cave floor? Is that what you think I am? Just an animal living in a disgusting cave or a rustic cabin in the middle of the forest?